Khilji Dynasty. The Khilji Dynasty was the second ruling family of the Delhi Sultanate, following the Mamluk dynasty. It was founded by Jalal-ud-Din Khilji in 1290 and was known for its military conquests, administrative reforms, and cultural advancements. The Khilji rulers were of Turkic origin and were known for their aggressive expansionist policies, which significantly shaped the political landscape of medieval India. Jalal-ud-Din Khilji, 1290–1296, rise to power. Jalal-ud-Din Khilji, originally named Malik Firuz, was a noble in the court of the last Mamluk Sultan, Muiz-ud-Din Kaikabad. After Kaikabad's assassination, Firuz assumed power and took the title Jalal-ud-Din Khilji, marking the beginning of the Khilji dynasty. His rise to power was marked by his ability to garner support among the Turkish nobles and soldiers who were disillusioned with the previous regime. Reign and policies. Jalal-ud-Din's reign was characterized by his attempts to consolidate power and establish a stable government. Unlike his predecessors, he adopted a more conciliatory approach towards his subjects and even his enemies. His policies were relatively lenient, and he sought to rule through diplomacy rather than brute force. One of his notable policies was the abolition of the harsh revenue system imposed by the previous rulers, which earned him the support of the common people. Military campaigns. Despite his lenient policies, Jalal-ud-Din was not averse to military action. He led expeditions to suppress rebellions and secure the borders of his kingdom. His most significant military challenge came from the Mongols, who frequently invaded the northern frontiers of his empire. Jalal-ud-Din managed to repel these invasions, securing his territory from external threats. Assassination and legacy. Jalal-ud-Din's reign came to a tragic end in 1296, when he was assassinated by his nephew and son-in-law, Alauddin Khilji, during a deceptive act of feigned loyalty. Despite his short reign, Jalal-ud-Din laid the foundation for the Khilji dynasty's future successes by stabilizing the Sultanate and implementing progressive policies. Alauddin Khilji, 1296–1316, ascension to power. Alauddin Khilji, originally named Ali Gurshasp, ascended to the throne after assassinating Jalal-ud-Din Khilji. His rise to power was marked by a ruthless ambition and a keen understanding of political and military strategy. Alauddin immediately set out to consolidate his rule and eliminate any potential rivals. Military conquests. Alauddin Khilji is best remembered for his ambitious military campaigns that expanded the Delhi Sultanate to its greatest extent. His notable conquests include Gujarat, 1297–1300. Alauddin's first major campaign was against Gujarat, a wealthy region. The conquest was successful, and Gujarat's riches were plundered, significantly boosting the Sultanate's treasury. Rajasthan, 1301–1311. Alauddin launched several campaigns against the Rajput kingdoms, including the formidable fort of Chittorgarh. His victories over the Rajputs were significant, although they faced fierce resistance. Deccan, 1308–1311. Alauddin's southern campaigns were led by his trusted general, Malik Kafur. These campaigns extended the Sultanate's control to the Deccan Plateau, including the wealthy kingdoms of Devagiri, Warangal, and Madurai. Administrative reforms. Alauddin Khilji is also known for his extensive administrative reforms aimed at centralizing power and improving the efficiency of governance. Some of his key reforms include market reforms. To control prices and prevent hoarding, Alauddin implemented strict market regulations. He fixed the prices of essential goods and established state-controlled granaries to ensure a stable supply of food. Revenue reforms. Alauddin restructured the revenue system, introducing measures to assess and collect taxes more efficiently. He abolished the IQTA system, replacing it with a direct payment system to soldiers. thereby reducing the power of local chieftains and nobles. Military reforms. To maintain a large and efficient army, Alauddin introduced reforms that included regular payment of salaries to soldiers and strict discipline within the ranks. He also established a spy network to keep tabs on his officials and prevent corruption. Cultural contributions. Alauddin Khilji's reign was marked by significant cultural developments. He patronized scholars, poets, and artists, contributing to the cultural richness of his court. The famous Persian poet Amir Khusrau was a prominent figure. Alauddin Khilji's reign is often regarded as one of the most significant in the history of the Delhi Sultanate. His military conquests and administrative reforms left a lasting impact on the Indian subcontinent. However, his rule was also marked by ruthlessness and a relentless quest for power, which ultimately led to significant unrest towards the end of his reign. Qutbuddin Mubarak Shah, 1316–1320, ascension to power. Qutbuddin Mubarak Shah, the son of Alauddin Khilji, ascended to the throne after his father's death in 1316. His ascension was marred by intrigue and the elimination of rivals, reflecting the turbulent nature of the Khilji court. Reign and policies. Mubarak Shah's reign was relatively short and characterized by a departure from his father's stringent policies. He attempted to win the support of the nobles and the military by reversing many of Alauddin's reforms. His reign saw a relaxation of market controls and revenue policies, which led to a decline in the administrative efficiency established by Alauddin. Military campaigns. Mubarak Shah undertook military campaigns to consolidate his rule and suppress rebellions. His most notable campaign was against the rebel Harpal, the governor of Devagiri, who had declared independence. Mubarak Shah successfully quelled the rebellion and reasserted his control over the region. Assassination and legacy. Mubarak Shah's reign ended abruptly in 1320 when he was assassinated by his close associate, Khusro Khan. His assassination marked the end of the Khilji Dynasty. Mubarak Shah's inability to maintain the administrative and military rigor of his father's reign contributed to the dynasty's downfall. His reign is often viewed as a period of decline following the zenith of Alauddin Khilji's rule. Khusro Khan, 1320, ascension to power. Khusro Khan, originally a Hindu convert named Malik Kafur Hazar Dinari, was a prominent general and a trusted aide of Alauddin Khilji. After assassinating Mubarak Shah, he assumed the throne, marking a brief and controversial period in the history of the Delhi Sultanate. Reign and policies. Khusro Khan's reign was characterized by a radical shift in policies and administration. He attempted to break the power of the traditional Muslim nobility and sought to establish a more inclusive rule by incorporating non-Muslims into his administration. However, his attempts were met with resistance from the entrenched nobility and clergy. Downfall and legacy. Khusro Khan's reign was short-lived, lasting only a few months. His controversial policies and the resentment of the nobility led to his downfall. In 1320, Ghazi Malik, the governor of Dipalpur, led a rebellion against Khusro Khan and defeated him. Khusro Khan was captured and executed, marking the end of the Khilji dynasty and paving the way for the rise of the Tughlaq dynasty. Conclusion. The Khilji dynasty, though short-lived, had a profound impact on the history of the Delhi Sultanate and the Indian subcontinent. The dynasty's rulers, particularly Alauddin Khilji, are remembered for their military conquests, administrative reforms, and cultural contributions. The Khilji period was marked by significant development